Need I remind you that it's Saturday night, you nowhere to be, hanging with you and me. So if I give you a call, you know that I am all invested in you hanging out. So come on, let's have a good time. Maybe drink some wine, unless you're into marijuana, or maybe something harder, and that's your thing. Ring-a-ding-ding. Hey baby, said I don't mean maybe. I wanna say hi to all the people who watch after the show is over. We tape on Saturday night at 8 o'clock, and it always feels right, but not everybody can make that time. So hi Jack, and hi all my friends who watch elsewhere. You people are so fucking awesome, 'cause it's Saturday. Oops, doing that. Hello, Ange. All right, hi. Listen, how's everybody doing? First and foremost, as I like to start out all of our broadcasts, hello to everybody who watches after the fact. That number appears to be growing as this show, I only leave it for a limited time on, like YouTube and Facebook and elsewhere, because, we say some things that probably should be, taken down in a timely fashion. But hello to you if you're watching after the fact, and if you're watching with us live tonight. Why, how are you? Ann says, I watched my Super Bowl today. It was the best day ever. 8 hours of horse racing. Oh, of course, it was the Kentucky Derby. I'm always amused by the names of the horses. It's like, Stepford's Pride with a backflip. It seems like they make things up, and it is as preposterous as the bonnets and the stuff that they wear. But I guess, you throw enough mint juleps down your pie hole. Hi there, that's Laura, everybody.
Mint juleps in your pie hole?
Yeah, it was the Kentucky Derby today. Ange was saying that
fun.
she had watched the Kentucky Derby, and I said, I love the names of the horses. I love the hats, the Kentucky Derby hats with the ladies who hang out. This was like 156th, I think, the 156th running of the Kentucky Derby. It's a sport for the horses. Can we just agree on that? I'm not entirely sure that the jockeys get to claim being athletes in this arrangement, right? You're riding. It's the same thing. It's not exactly the same thing, but it's close to how I feel about stock car drivers now. They have to be in real good shape to drive to the left for 3 hours. Like, why? It makes absolutely no sense. In any event, hi everybody. How was your week? Regale me with tales of your week. Let's see. Scott is here. Hi, buddy. F. Scott Coates.
F. Scott Coates.
F. Scott Coates. And Kathy says she lived in Louisville, and it is pronounced Louisville, Kentucky, for a bit, for over 2.5 years. Okay. Well, that this one here was born in Kentucky. So, no. My mom.
You know that just by not at all.
No, you would not know that. It's something we try to keep sub rosa. Hello, Mom. Hi. We're so glad that you guys are with us here tonight. I think there are enough of us here now for us to tell you the big news of the week, which is we have a cat. We have a cat.
We didn't get a cat.
We did not get a cat.
The cat distribution system was activated,
As
and
it
there's a
turns out.
cat that lives here now.
Have you heard
I
about
don't
the
know
cat
why.
distribution
Well, we talked
service?
about the cat, right? The cat keeps
I think we did. Didn't we talk
mentioned
about
the
the
cat,
cat? I
right?
think we talked about the cat last week, right?
Now, we don't want a cat.
We do not want a cat.
The
No.
cat's never coming inside.
Never.
But the cat comes here every day now. Like,
Yeah.
oh, hey.
We see it numerous times on the cams around the property because.
And today I
super
broke
high
down
tech.
and bought it some goddamn Friskies.
She did, and it's the special surfing and turfing flavored Friskies.
That cat doesn't want any Friskies. He just wants to eat birds and mice and hang out. I don't know what he wants. What does he want?
I don't know. We were just talking about the fact that this cat is clearly a survivor.
Oh.
Right.
I
Absolutely.
think he's a bobcat hybrid. Like
Oh,
he
do you?
looks like he looks tough, like a
He
pugilist.
definitely looks. He looks
Yeah.
tough. Hi, Christina. Hi. How are you?
You
The
know.
cat got your tongue.
Yeah, I don't know.
Ask Christina.
We didn't want a cat. The cat's never. The
We
cat's
don't want
not
a
our cat.
No, he's not our cat by any stretch.
Oh, I know. Cats love people who don't like them.
Hi,
And I'm
Fuzz.
Every day I'm like, oh, hey, can you go away? And the
Yeah.
cat's like, I think I love you.
I think I live here.
I
and,
love
and
you.
so
I live here. When I got home today, the cat was just sitting there.
just hanging out.
Like, hey, nice place.
Yeah, this
Whatever.
is. I'm going to be living here now. Now we have two choices here. I think one is we trap him and relocate him. It's like I'm not.
just gonna come
I have
back.
no problems with you being alive. I just don't want you to be alive
cat.
here. Or we just are like, okay, fine, you win. We'll fucking feed you. I've been seeing this guy. I think I showed you guys. Did I play footage of him on our cams?
Well,
I think
you sent footage of him to the group text for the neighborhood.
neighborhood,
Like, is
the
this
neighborhood, right.
anyone's cat?
Right,
And
and
everyone's
it
like,
isn't.
No, why
No.
is that cat out in the middle of the night? It's like
yeah.
clearly a feral cat.
it's
Obviously.
Perry Farrell is what we're naming him. You did that. That
Perry
was your, that was
Farrell.
your-
Get it?
that I do get that, and you listen. Honestly, there's nothing we love more than naming an animal, because once we've named
Get
that animal,
attached to it.
yeah, we get attached
Bring
to
it
it,
in
and
the
that
house.
animal is
No, I'm
definitely
not bringing
gonna-
it in the house.
No, it's
I
not
can't
coming
have a
inside.
cat.
No,
So-
it's definitely not coming inside. Hey, happy Catter Day, says David Salser.
I
Har,
did
har,
get
har.
it some food though, because it's hanging in there. Every time I see
know.
that cat, I'm like, good for you, man. You survived another day.
It seems to have
There's coyotes and shit out there.
staying power. Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, every time you in the neighborhood on one of the, Ask Everything hoopty-hoos around town, somebody will come on invariably and go, have you seen my cat?
Look,
Here's
no
a
one's ever gonna
photo
see
of
your
it."
cat
Like,
again.
listen, your cat,
You have an indoor-outdoor cat.
Yeah,
That's your choice.
yeah, if you have an outdoor cat, you're rolling the dice on whether that cat is going to wind up being coyote shit at some
Right.
point, right? Because that's generally what happens.
And it's not that you can't act surprised when you can't find your cat.
No,
But,
and that's on you, bucko.
I'm not taking away your feelings, but I'm also saying, didn't you sign up for an
kinda
indoor-outdoor
did,
cat?
yeah.
Every time the cat goes outdoors, you're like, I'm never going to see that cat again.
No, and really, that's how it should be. Every time the cat goes outside, you're just like, okay, Mitzi, Fluffy, whatever, Poopsie.
Whatever.
I don't know what
Yeah.
you name a fucking cat.
Okay.
But bye bye. Maybe I'll see you again. Maybe maybe you'll live. I have no
This
idea.
is my first cat I've ever had.
Okay, well, I don't know. Does anybody have advice for us? Any cat owners?
The other night we were watching TV or something, and the cat showed up and tripped the light,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
alarm thing, and we were like, "Okay, hi, what do you want?"
What is it that you want from us?
And then he ran away, like, "Screw you!"
Yeah, exactly.
I'm a cat.
He's a skittish little fucker.
So-
Hi, Carrie. How's it going?
Hello.
So Fuzz says the cat might scare the bears away. Well, funny thing you should say.
Oh,
the bears are definitely away.
The bears are back.
They're back. They're back in
The
a big way.
bear is the fattest I've
He's
ever
very
seen.
big.
It.
Yeah, I don't know what he
don't
was
know.
doing during hibernation, but clearly it was involving something caloric.
Yeah.
Because Jesus
We were
Christ.
trying to go to a luncheon
Yeah.
on Tuesday, which we'll also get to because
We'll get to that.
there was anyway, something else happened with the road.
Yeah.
But when we were trying to get out, the bear was just standing there blocking us, and we're like, "Excuse me, sir.
Excuse me.
Do you think we could pass?"
And eventually he kind of shambled. I think isn't that the right
yeah.
the right word for how that bear moved? He shambled. He kind of galumphed. He galumphed in the opposite direction of where we were. It was really funny because I came out, I drove to the bottom of the driveway, and all of a sudden at the bottom of the driveway, because there's like tall grass and stuff, and there's like a ravine, and I see this head go brrrr, I'm like, hey, that's a bear.
Yeah.
That's a giant
A
fuck off
huge
bear.
bear.
Yeah, big fella. Anyway.
Ange says get rid of it. Get rid of the cat.
Get rid of the cat or the bear?
I don't even know if we could trap that cat.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think we would have to put some food in a cage, and then you just trap it, and then you.
Carrie votes trap the cat, take it to get spayed and neutered, and then let it back into the woods.
That's the
I would do
responsible
that,
thing
but
to do. The
cat won't even come near us right now.
No.
Maybe the Friskies will convince it.
Yeah, the surfing, turfing Friskies. Yeah, we got. Hey, everybody, let's have a show. Why don't we?
Stefan and Lori. And now, here are your hosts, Stefan and Lori.
Hey, it's I'm Lori. She's Stefan. And how is everybody doing on this fine Saturday night? It does seem like we have a great deal of news to share with you, but I feel that we should probably as it were.
It's not really news.
But I feel like because so much of our news, we now in the preparation for this show tend to kind of fold that into the game itself. And honestly, and this is usually the reason why.
Lasts for 90
fucking minutes, and then we're cutting into everybody's TV time. So we certainly can't have that.
That's it? Are you just ripping the Band-Aid off? You're just.
I'm going right in. What do you think?
How is everyone's week?
Yeah, well, we can start there. Well, first and foremost, actually, I think if we do start there, Keith, our friend Keith, is Keith, are you with us? Oh, yes, and happy birthday to Carrie Atwood.
Oh, we're not supposed to talk about that. No.
So our friend Keith posted in the group chat that we all share for this show that it was a meme saying that your porn name is your middle name plus the first car you ever owned, and so
but that's like obvious phishing, right? Like it's trying to.
I was going to say everybody's
trying to steal your password
what your password is exactly. Yeah, so
your password is even your original password anymore. Right?
Yeah, and birth date and actually the last four of your social will really give you a great porn name.
Sure.
But in any event, I introduced myself as Pierce VW Bug.
Well, I can't say what mine was because I don't want you stealing my information.
No, you don't. Yeah. Information. In any event, but everybody was, introducing themselves with their porn names, and I thought the one thing that we all need to do is name the films that we star in. So name your porn film. All right. So you've got your porn name. Hi, Rapo. Hi, bud.
I'll name my porn film Return of Bonnie's Meat.
Return of Bonnie's Meat.
It's a harrowing tale of I don't even know, inspired food and sexual awakening.
Mine is called Double Penetration Ranting.
Wow.
Double Penetration Rants. I'm getting you from both ends. Okay. That's how I'm doing it.
Okay. Wow. Wow. You guys, I need a pep talk.
Yeah, let's give Laura a pep talk, please.
Somebody sent me an ugly photo of me today, and it ruined my whole day.
It ruined her day.
I'm not kidding. It derailed my whole day.
You guys have to understand.
I try to be a good friend, right? I try to show up to things, and I'm really try to be really in the moment. I don't take photos on my phone. Yeah. I don't I'm not looking around the room the whole time for you're
just trying to be in the moment.
But you have to understand, Stefan and I are both we look good in person. Yeah. But when you take a photo of us, it's always a bad photo for some reason. We always look bad to the point where people will remark on it. Wow, you don't look like
that doesn't look like you at all.
But it's sometimes people will say, hey, thanks for coming to my thing. Here's an ugly photo of you, and I'm like,
thanks for nothing, a-hole.
Jeez. I'm just trying to survive.
Yeah. We're just trying to survive. So now listen. Now I have said, and I say this unsolicited regularly, how gorgeous my wife is, and I mean that sincerely.
And it's so nice.
And I know that you're not fishing.
Just that
sometimes.
I mean, you guys, the photo was so bad it upset me so much. I actually was like, fine, I'll just hang it up and look at it. That's how I feel.
She's got it hung up around her office.
Yeah.
Now. I actually, so this a similar thing happened to me. I think I told you guys that I did this. I played music for this event for Indivisible a couple of weeks ago, and somebody, not meaning any harm, took photos of me, and for whatever reason, I looked like I was 70 years old.
I took some photos of you, and I didn't think they were the best photos, so I just didn't.
Thank you very much. Thank you. That's what you do. how
I was like,
that's how you play that.
I don't think that really does you justice. So I just didn't show them to you.
Sure,
Because I care for you.
And exactly right.
And because I was like, that's not going to help your day.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Because when you get a bad photo of yourself, you're like, is that how I look? Like, I'm
Yeah,
trying my
yeah.
best.
Oh,
I'm watching
speaking
my
of-
calories. I'm going to the gym. I'm doing everything right.
Speaking of incredibly photogenic people, hi, Charlie Barrett. Hi.
Charlie Barrett.
Yeah, you fucking
my
movie star,
God.
handsome Charlie Barrett. Okay,
You're
so
back from your 18,000-hour trip.
welcome back. We're glad you're home, stateside. Name your Charlie, just to catch you up here, my brother. We need to actually add you to our group chat for the show because somebody had posted a meme saying, your porn name is your first car plus your middle name or whatever the hell it was.
Yeah,
And
so
I'm
we were laughing about
We
that.
were laughing about that, but we realized that we never said the name of the porn film that we should star in. And so here are some people's porn films. Carrie's film is Carrie, of course.
Okay.
Ibrahim Torres stars in Middle Eastern Astrology Fuckers Volume 12. That's right, Paul. Janny Does Dallas says my mom. She ate crackers in bed, says David. Good. Let's see. Porkin' in the Pink Taco Truck says.
Wow.
The longest story ever told. Angie, I think you mean the foot longest story, the 12-inch long story, 18-inch long story ever told. Kathy takes on perimenopause. Christina's key search, says Christina.
That's me.
Let's see. Missionary Impossible 69 couch jumper, says Charlie. Darling does denial. Jet lagged. Green couch confessions. Oh my goodness, these are all fabulous. I think I'm going to give round one to Charlie on this one. Missionary Impossible 69. I like that. That very funny. I like that very
Yes.
funny. I just
like
said.
that very funny.
I like that very funny. I don't. One more. I'm just warning you. I'm gonna have to restart this show. I will pull this show over
I will pull
if
this over.
if I fuck up again.
I'm so close to just giving up and going to bed. I'm not like right after this. I'm going to bed.
Good night, everybody.
I tried my best. I'm going to bed.
I was mentioning Nextdoor and the various, social media places where neighbors like to complain, gather and complain. We consider it socializing.
Are you going to show my favorite Nextdoor headline of the
I
week?
am. So Laurel came across this. This person says, actually they said same, but some reckless dumbass school bus driver has mercilessly cut me off twice in the past 3 days in Issaquah. Anyone know how I go about filing a complaint? Now, first of all, sir, you're coming in a little hot.
I'm sure this bus driver did cut
I'm
him
sure
off.
they said, listen,
But-
I fucking hate getting
Like
behind
some
a
reckless asshole.
Whatever, all
Okay.
right. Yeah.
Slow down. Maybe you need a sympathetic tone, right? Like, oh my God, I was driving my kids
I
and
was
this guy cut
victimized
me
by-
off.
yeah,
and,
exactly.
Oh my God, what should I do?
how you wanna
right?
do that. Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
know if your tone is really because a couple of people were like, "How were you driving?"
Yeah, that's exactly the first thing that somebody said. Well,
you
sir.
don't seem that great.
Yeah, I was going to say,
yourself.
first of all, sir, this is Wendy's. But second of all, how were you driving? My mom said she saw that.
Are
yeah,
you okay?
it actually got
Yeah.
some traction. Anyway, we thought we would survey you fine folks here on the broadcast thing. What are you complaining about on Nextdoor? What are you complaining about on Nextdoor? We're all complaining about something. Honestly, I spend a lot of my days complaining. I do. I'm not proud of that. I
oh my
complain
God.
so fucking much.
So I don't know if you
Dave Gilder, what's up?
So maybe you know this about me. My hobby is I pick up garbage on the side of the road.
does.
And you caught me doing this week. Like you
Well,
were
I've done
running
it
some
myself,
errand and
but-
you pulled
yeah.
up like, "Hello, what are you doing?"
No.
Like,
I know that you do it, and I think it's wonderful. I think we've talked about this
I
on
do
the
it
show.
every day. But you, because people always are throwing.
People
bottles
are
and
always,
shit on the-
because we're right by a bike park
on
and
the
a
side of the
hiking
road.
trail,
It's
and so
whatever.
people
It's my
pull up
little
and
hobby.
a lot of them
Who
decide they're
cares?
going to empty the contents of their car. And I actually have cleaned the trash up from time to time as well, but I'm muttering under my breath the entire time, what kind of fucking asshole didn't I give Lori, on the other hand, or you know her as Laura, will get out there and she's whistling Dixie. So whoop, boop, 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 boop. She's doing a good thing. Now, she does this wonderful thing. She takes some trash, puts it in a
I
bag,
take the
and
little
then
garbage gripper.
we're hanging out in the garage, just chit-chatting when she got home. She opens the door to throw the trash away, and a bottle comes and
falls.
smashes right
Smashes.
there we go. That's the sound it made.
right.
And I thought to myself, no good deed goes unpunished. Am I right?
That's right.
What?
That's right.
What?
It's like getting
fuck?
tetanus or like you're cleaning up other people's garbage.
Yeah.
And then you get like food
you get a
poisoning.
syringe in the
like
toe or
needle
something.
in the-
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. Let's see. What are you complaining about on Nextdoor? My neighbors, says Christina. Sure.
Yeah.
My mom says I read those those red threads. Read those threads. Honestly, English is fucking. It is a disaster of a language. Read those threads, I said, to find one person who will try to shame you for your subject, and there's always one. At least. Let's see, that asshole that wouldn't let me get over when I was
Driving my bus. That's it. You get over, kid! See, now you found the point that I gave. That's it. Good night, everyone. The bus driver shows up.
Oh, Kathy, God, I love you, lady. Jesus Christ, you fucking kill me. That asshole who wouldn't let me get over when I was driving the bus, says Kathy. The neighbors, let's see, Nextdoor posts about the person next door, says Rachel. People on Nextdoor. The freshness of the cream sauce from the Bonnie's new pop-up expired food shop in Enumclaw.
That's right.
The neighbor that keeps cutting their grass. Facebook, says Dave. Sure. Bad porn names. Why there's no mobile bar that drives through the neighborhood twice a day like an ice cream truck for adults? Yeah, that's a good question.
It should be.
What would the music be playing for that vehicle? I have to wonder. It's Kanye West Gold Digger. I don't know why. It's there it is. It's an adult ice cream man. This guy complaining about the sun shining. E-bike teenage street gangs. Was that liquor bottle from the bus driver? Says my mom. My neighbor's yard hookers. I complain about all the people who are in my next door chat who live several neighborhoods away. Dear Laura.
I gave it to Kathy.
Kathy, I was going to say we had to.
You wouldn't get out of the way when I was driving my bus. So. I'm just saying, like, he probably did have a problem, but he needed to address it in kind of like a nicer way, right? To the asshole.
The a-hole, baby.
Right.
Way to make friends.
You're already alienating.
You haven't come to make friends. You made that very clear.
He don't need to make friends.
He don't need to make friends. He didn't come to make friends. Now listen, I know that you've all heard of the very popular sport of pickleball. It's like tennis, only lamer. Now,
but with ping pong paddles?
Yeah, exactly. It's got ping pong paddles and you stand closer together. Anyway, there have been a lot of these celebrity teams that are showing up in Los Angeles, and this one celebrity team that you'll see photographed here contains on the far right one Kenny Loggins. Yes, that's what he looks like now. And on the second to left, Martin Gore from Depeche Mode.
That's right.
Fuck?
That's right.
Was
that on your bingo card?
Was that on your 2025 bingo card? That fucking Martin Gore and Kenny Loggins would be on a fucking pickleball team together? Anyway, who's on your pickleball team? Who's on your pickleball team? I told you we had news this week. If I'm lying, I'm dying, kids. I mean, come on. Only the hottest, hardest hitting news.
Here's who's on my pickleball team.
Yeah, please.
That bear.
Oh, well, sure. I'd take Bonnie. I'm taking Bonnie on my
cat.
pickleball team.
Bonnie.
Perry the cat.
Perry the cat.
Because Perry Farrell. He's feral. Get it? Get it? I love
so
that.
we're going to lose, basically.
I
don't know how to play pickleball. And the bear weighs 400 pounds this year. He's really out of shape.
He's a big fucking bear.
He's
hibernating in bacon fat. I don't know. It's a fucking good question.
I'm scared for him. He's a bear heart attack waiting to happen.
He absolutely. He looks like a coronary.
Are you going to show the photo of that bear? It's really big.
Do I have that photo? I've got that photo.
I said
Charlie's singing "Your Own Personal Danger Zone." That's
Danger Zone.
Very well done, sir. Nicely done. Very funny. That's exactly right. Let's see who's on your pickleball team. Big balls. Yes, of course.
I mean,
the young asshole who works for Elon Musk, who goes by the name Big Balls.
Okay.
Forrest Gump, lead singers from Toto, Foreigner, Steely Dan, and Steve Perry.
Okay.
Wow. Okay, cool. So basically, Ray is assembling a 70s and 80s top 40 singers pickleball team.
To follow this template, though, you have to put someone really random in there, like someone from Metallica.
Exactly, yeah.
What do they even talk about? Has Kenny Loggins ever heard any Depeche Mode music?
I don't fucking know. It's so weird.
Is that his danger zone?
Clearly. Pierce Bug, says Angela. She wants Pierce Bug on her team. Let's see. John Curley and Sean Spicer. Sure. Rachel Maddow and Alex Jones. Why not?
It'd be super funny if Kenny Loggins was like a secret goth.
I think that'd be hilarious.
Like, oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
Your own personal Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's had work, Kenny.
Oh,
Kenny's
he's had work. He's on the dark side, but does he
living on the dark side.
Does he live on the dark side?
Let's see, Ron Woods and Mick. Okay, so Mom's picking the Stones. My team captain is the fucker who drove that bus and nearly ran Paul off the road. Who the fuck plays pickleball, says
Kenny
Scott.
Loggins.
Yeah, Kenny
and
Loggins and Martin Gore, apparently.
Okay.
Listen, you got to stay in shape. You know, Martin Gore is just he's a noodle of a human being.
Yeah.
He looks like he has zero muscle tone whatsoever. Snuffleupagus, Elmo, Bert, Ernie, and that random guy I met on the bus.
right.
Menudo. Is this me or you? This is me, right?
This is you.
All right. Let's go with. I'm gonna go with my mom for big balls. Oh, I can't believe we're in this timeline. This timeline, I want out, I want off. Can we? Can we do it? All right, so listen. Laura discovered this cake thing that was making the rounds.
Are you really going to call that a cake?
So
I don't like this.
This contains, the ingredients are a sweet potato ginger zucchini cake recipe. Listen, folks, at what point are you just making a salad? Right.
You're grinding up a salad, putting in some flour, and then cooking it. Right?
I don't believe we get to call that a cake. That is definitely
a
not
cake.
a cake. That is a cake, and yeah, in quotation marks. So, in any event, I'm curious. What goes in your quote unquote cake? What goes in your quote cake? BBDBD. I didn't take that off the screen. There we go. Hi.
Of course. Cottage cheese goes in.
Cottage cheese, of course, goes in Laura's.
Clear.
What goes into your cake?
It was for a book I was working on. The
It's a great
book
book.
is out now. It's a great book. It's all done now. Although I did put cottage cheese in my tuna salad sandwich tonight.
Mom is gonna make that cake. She's gonna make it.
Are you gonna make that cake?
I'm gonna make that cake.
Okay.
Leftovers.
Are we putting like cream cheese frosting on that cake though? Oh my god.
It looked like it had cream cheese.
Oh my god,
frosting
you
on it.
guys! This week there was a terrible tragedy. You know how I make really good fudge.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I gave Carrie some of this fudge. She can say whether she thinks it's good.
Honest to God, y'all.
Okay.
I don't know what to say about this fudge.
Kathy will vouch for the fact that I make really good.
Very
fudge.
good fudge.
I tried to make some fudge for a friend's birthday. Another friend, like it was everybody's birthday this week.
Everybody's birthday, so everybody
And
got some
I was like,
fudge.
I'm gonna make her a thing of fudge to like take to her birthday party. And I ran out of one of the ingredients, so I was like, I'll just add some other ingredients and whatever. I'm not gonna write it down.
You start freestyling.
And I started freestyling, and I was like, I'll just wait until it tastes good. And then I made the best fudge that's ever been made in the world.
I come in from the gym, and she's like, I don't know if this is any good or not. Can you taste this? And I taste it, and I believe my direct quote was, wow!
Your head exploded.
Honestly,
He was
it
like,
was
this is
as
the best
if-
fudge that's ever been made.
It was as if something had been surgically created to press all of my dopamine receptors all at once.
He's like, what did you put in? I'm like, I don't know.
I honestly,
And
human
sadly,
joy.
I'll never be able to replicate it.
Human joy went into this fudge, and so
Yeah, Carrie says it was pretty amazing. I showed up at
pretty
this
fucking
party
good.
and I said, I'm so sorry. I was going to make this fudge and then give you the recipe, but instead I made this fudge and I'm sorry, it's
one-time
really
thing.
good.
Yeah.
And I can't. And everybody at the party, I don't know the people, and
They
they're
were
all
all
like,
kinda,
oogie.
Right, exactly.
And then after we left, they got out the fudge and they were like,
and
holy
they're like,
fucking
yeah,
shit,
no,
this is
they
the best fudge I've ever had in my life.
They saw with their own eyes.
We thought
and
she was
tasted with
kidding,
their
but
own
it's
mouths.
real. Like, that's really good. I was like, I
Unbelievable
know,
fudge.
I can
So
never.
yeah, and to which I have exhorted my wife, try. It had peanut butter and Nutella. I mean,
It had
come on.
peanut butter and condensed milk. It had
Oh
a
my
bunch
God.
of good stuff in it. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Some
We'll figure
sea
it out.
salt. It was really good. But yeah, when I showed up, I was like, I'm sorry. It's really good.
Yeah.
It will never be replicated.
Yeah, it's the MacArthur
And I'll
Park
never
of-
have that
of
recipe
fudge.
again. Oh, no.
Sweet green icing.
right.
Let's see, what goes in your cake? I beg your pardon, says
Yeah.
David. How dare I talk about sticking something in your cake, David? Let's see, democracy goes in Angie's cake. Gourmet Friskies, my pie hole. Let's see, the rain left my cake out in the rain. The new dog food that people keep in their refrigerators I saw on a recent commercial. We got that for a while for our dog. Let's see, dark chocolate, raspberry, and buttercream. Oh, okay, so Charlie's going, he's
Oh, that sounds
he's
good.
going serious. She added crack, says my mom. Yes, she did. Red baseball hats. Kathy says, my cake has gluten-free, wild-foraged, hand-ground flour, sugar made from the dates I grow in my backyard, vanilla beans that I smuggled with me from my last trip abroad, milk from my neighbor's cow, and my tears.
Okay, that sounds like a TikTok you could make, but like you have to make it in a really smug voice, like, it's no big deal. I just got up at 4 a.m. and milked my cow and whatever.
Yes, after a morning on the Sound on Chesapeake Bay with our yacht, I find it's a wonderful way to unwind. Ray says the band cake, and my mom says the Gulf of America. But of course, this is yours.
Yeah, well, are you going to give the point to Kathy?
Yeah, well, I think we have to. I think Kathy came to play tonight, kids. I don't have to tell you.
Yeah.
All right, so, Now, listen, you know that we love to indulge ourselves in some Gen Z slang. And we especially love it when there are members of Gen Z around. We really, really like to make them cringe as hard as possible.
I don't know if you remember, but when some of you still had kids in high school, we would say, make the children gather around.
Please gather the children.
We'll make them cringe.
We'll make them cringe. So Laurel found this handy guide that you yourselves can avail yourselves of if you want to learn some slang. Let's see. Sigma is good. Skibbity is bad, but that's not my understanding. Skibbity seems like sort of a skeleton key of a slang term. Delulu is delusional.
We need Joe here.
Yeah, I was going to say, if Joe were here, he's
Joe
a high school
uses
teacher.
Skibbity. Yeah.
He's a high school teacher. He'd what is that? Cap is not true. So if somebody says no cap means no eye. Riz is you've got charisma, and on and on and on and on and on. Anyway, I thought, why don't we, in our infinite wisdom, as Gen Z / silent generation folks here, David, I believe you belong to the boomer category. 3 generations represented on the show here tonight. Let's make up our own Gen Z slang, shall we?
Well, I thought
my mom says sus. Yes,
that's sus.
Totally sus. Make up your own Gen Z slang. Steph, that is the best Pilsner in the world. Yes, I'm drinking Bitburger. I found some Bitburger at the store, and yes, German pills. Fine lager. Yes, indeed. I'm a sucker for German beer. I don't know what to tell you. It's fine.
I don't. Well, Kathy said this publicly. So her mom had surgery and is doing fine.
Yes,
so I'm sure let's all just send good
thoughts
vibes to Kathy's mom.
Yeah, for sure. She's
doing better.
Yeah. So sending good vibes.
I'm sure
there.
That's something that Kathy could use to not stress about herself. So let's all stress about it with her.
Yeah, we will bear your stress with you. That's what we do as your community.
That's what we're doing
sorts
tonight.
Of things on. Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. So make up your own Gen Z slang. Farvin fuckitude. I like that, Ray. And I guess maybe are you and I then going to be tasked with determining what these slang terms mean?
Oh yeah.
So as in like.
Well, I don't know. You wrote the clue. So what?
Farvignugan then. So Farvin fuckitude would be because Farvignugan was what. The Volkswagen people apocryphally said was the joy of driving in German. It's not, right, Fuzz? Right?
Oh, okay.
Fuzz speaks 17 languages. Do you guys know that?
100 languages.
117.
So Ange says, chafed, sick of everyone.
Hey, that's good.
That's you.
I'm totally chafed.
Oh, I'm chafed.
I'm completely chafed.
Oh, my God.
Actually, I'm going to start using that, Ange. I'm going to make fetch happen. I'm going to fucking make fetch happen. Let's see. MPAC, my parents are cringe, says Kathy. Jizzity for whoopee, says my mom. Chafe stick of everyone, yes. Nayat means good night. Nayat means good night, but no, I'm not going to bed yet. So you drag out, am I pronouncing that correctly? Nayat? Nayat. Get off your phone and go do something, says Scott. Spoken like a man who has a child. Who uses slang.
I think
you got teenagers, yeah. Mm-hmm. Between that and the other crap in life and the world, I think stress is my middle name. Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, and what was your first car? There you go. That's your brand new porn name. I picked the last one. Well, I picked Kathy, so you go ahead and
well, we'll have to give it to Ange for chafed.
Chafed. I think that's exactly right. Let's see. David says WTBB. MWYDMOAS. Walk 3 blocks behind me when you drop me off at school.
That's a big commitment.
That's good. I like that.
Thank you for that.
Suck it hard, suck it long, and suck it good. Okay, good. This was a fabulous round. I think we've learned something here tonight. I think we've learned a thing or two.
There's no reason we can't make up. Although, can we talk about how I want to bring back What Are You?
What are you?
What are you?
Yeah. It was
and
very
you know
useful.
what I mean, right?
We know. We're Gen X
You had a
kids, we know.
friend
Yeah.
in your high school or your
are you?
elementary school, whatever, who was some kind of Asian, and you went, "What are you?"
Yeah, didn't mean anything by it. All right.
And what you meant was, "Tell me more about yourself."
Tell me more about yourself. Yeah. We were just very tasteless.
And that
We
was
were
a freedom
tacky.
we enjoyed back in the day.
Laura, that's tacky.
Lord, that's
Laura,
tacky.
that's tacky. Let's see. So I don't know
What
if you
are
guys
you?
followed this story that seemed to catch a little traction on social media, but a gentleman was hiking Mount Fuji in Japan.
This is my favorite story of the
Yeah.
week.
So he hikes up to Mount Fuji and gets stuck up there. Has to have people come
Altitude sickness, like you do.
as
You know,
one
you
does.
trained for this for
Sure.
years.
Right,
How
right,
could you
right.
have known? Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
You call for an emergency airlift.
Yeah. So they airlift him out of there, and all is well and good. He lives. He's fine. He's doing fine.
And then what happens?
And then the next thing that happens is the local authorities in the area get another call for an airlift because this same gentleman had gone back up the mountain to go find his fucking cell phone. He left his cell phone. He left his iPhone up the mountain, and so he hiked all the way up the mountain, and they had to airlift him out of there. To which what is Japanese for go fuck yourself? How about can we
Here's the
start with
thing.
that?
How can we vote to leave that guy behind?
And certainly
Listen, sir.
preclude him from breeding, take him out of the gene pool.
I'm sorry, sir.
Yeah.
Darwin called,
Yeah,
and
Darwin's on the
are an
phone.
idiot.
Yeah,
so
you're
you
fucking
cannot.
idiot.
We cannot rescue you.
No, you're gonna
I'm
stay up
sorry.
there
We
until
can't-
you've learned your lesson.
We can't allocate the funding to
Yeah.
come get you
That's
because
exactly
you're
right.
dumbass,
You're a
and we
fucking
can't
dumbass.
rescue you because you will create more dumbasses.
Obviously,
right?
you're gonna. What's the next? We're gonna have to rescue you. You know, it's like you lock yourself in your car. You seem hapless.
What's the next? The next thing after you get home from Mount Fuji and you have altitude sickness and you had to get rescued, you'd go. You know what? Let me go get another phone.
Exactly. Right.
Let me go get.
How hard is this?
Not let me go back up to look
Get
for
another
my phone.
Did you back it up on the cloud? And even if you didn't, get a new phone. Get
You're
dumbass.
left behind, sir.
Let's see.
Oh, you know he wasn't backed up on the cloud, right?
Chris, Fuzz, David says, what a fucking idiot. Tariff his ass. That's what we'll do. We'll tariff him.
The cause of tariffs. Everyone's like, yeah.
Exactly.
okay.
This is why. Let's see. So anyway, he obviously should have left his phone behind. What should you probably just forget about and leave behind? What should you probably just forget about and leave behind?
I should probably just forget about a bad photo, right? Like,
Well,
who
yeah.
cares?
You know,
Who cares?
Of course. But listen, I want you to know that I understand. I mean, like, I had to walk it off when I was, when I saw those, but particularly
Just
when
feels personal. Like,
it
first
does,
of all,
and
I
you're
don't think
going-
I look like that.
But so also you don't look like that, but also you're going to do something nice for someone.
Right, you're trying to be nice.
It feels
and then you get a bad photo in the text and you're like, are you for real?
you're cleaning up trash in the neighborhood, and all of a sudden you open the door and the fucking beer bottle comes and smashes all over your driveway.
makes you wanna get
Doesn't seem fair. Doesn't seem fair at all.
It makes you want to get.
I was trying to do something nice by playing a little mini concert for everybody.
there's
in
Joe.
Hello, Joe.
Yeah.
Joe, somebody had compiled a list of Gen Z slang, and they said that Sigma was good and Skibbity was bad. I don't think that's right. It seems like Skibbity is one of those
Skibbity is a number. Right?
all-term. I think it's one. I think it's one of those sort of generic. You can use it in any. It's like Smurfs use Smurf. You can use it like the kids will say, "Catch you on the Skibbity." It's basically just a nonsense word that gets plugged into various slangs. I think is my understanding.
Joe can't leave behind that thing that someone said on the internet that was wrong. I'm with you.
I will tell this person how wrong they are. What should you probably just forget about and leave behind? Earth, says Kathy. July 2002. Okay. Something happened with Ray. Hopes and dreams. That asshole on the freeway. Yesterday's Chalupa. That was a Forgotten Beatles song. Let's see.
Skibbity is icky now.
It is.
Like
Is that true?
Is that evolution?
Okay, so I guess that's evolved. Let's see. My taxes. My bad decision to go up the fucking mountains in the first place, is my mom. Yeah, that's exactly right. Let's see. Everything I worked so hard for in my 401k portfolio. Yeah, you're going to need to leave that behind, I'm
Yeah.
afraid. The USA, my natural hair color. Let's see. The bus I was driving to piss off Paul so he cannot pin the shitty driving on me.
That's right.
Dreams of being on a pickleball team with Martin Gore. My last next door threat. My future bowling career. Anything Bonnie is offering. Full shoulder mobility. Gen Z slang. Skibbity Sigma Ohio Riz, says Joe. Retirement, the bus driver, my previous career. So we get everything all squared away here, and we're back on schedule. Who had the funniest response, dear Laura? What should you probably just forget about and leave behind?
Yeah. Ray's gonna leave behind the bus he was driving to piss off Paul.
I think that's right.
Yeah. So he gets that.
Go ahead.
We're gonna get a lot of mileage out of Paul and his anger at the bus driver.
Absolutely.
And you know what? I'm not making fun of Paul, but he was very upset.
Very, very upset.
And if you're gonna go in that hot to next door, and then next door is going to send me an email with your post as the subject line.
Yeah.
I'm gonna laugh at you.
You need to be, you need to know that's coming for you. Sorry. That's just the way it is.
You might appear on a homemade TV game show.
I'm spacing. Help me out with this one.
Okay.
All right, so Laura's got this one.
So we went to a luncheon for someone's birthday. As I said, it was a multiple birthdays week this week. And Jan was late to the lunch. And when she got there, she said, "Oh, I'm sorry, all the roads were closed off in my neighborhood." And we were like, "I wonder why."
Yes.
So we got on Facebook, and you know what we learned?
There was a trash truck in her neighborhood, and
it caught on fire.
The contents of the trash truck as it was driving around had caught on fire.
And do you know what a trash truck does when it catches
protocol?
on fire?
You know what the protocol
do you know
is?
what the protocol is?
They
we
pull
know
over
now.
to the side of the road and
they
dump the
dump
entire
the flaming
payload.
trash in the road.
They dump the entire payload because, logically speaking, I guess it's easier to clean up a pile of flaming trash than an exploding garbage truck.
Right. No one had ever considered that at our table anyway. So we were like, wait a minute.
Wow.
First of all, who dumped something flammable in the trash?
Sure,
That's illegal.
Okay,
but also, who was the first person to come up with, shit, the trash truck is on fire.
Wow.
Let's dump the trash in the road.
Right. Somebody had to do it first.
Also, is that not a metaphor for all of
Isn't it,
2025
though?
America?
Yeah, I think
the trash is on fire. Dump it in the road.
So what is your protocol when you're on fire? Shit, I'm on fire. Time to blank. What's your protocol? Shit, I'm on fire. Time to blank. Yeah, my mom says she had a trash fire at the park across from the house. Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, that's what we're
That's
talking
how we learned about this.
Yeah.
We learned about this this very thing because
and
it
all
happened.
Gen X kids will say, stop, drop, and roll.
Stop, drop, and roll. Exactly.
When you're on fire,
stop,
drop, and roll.
So that's how we learned all this, because when you showed up for brunch after having been trapped on your circle, unable to get out because the truck was there with its payload of fiery trash, we looked it up, and then somebody
Kathy
commented.
Said, stop, drop, and roll.
Exactly. Somebody commented on the next door thread or whatever the fuck it was, neighborhood thread, that this is the protocol because he used to be in waste management.
Right. Apparently,
you know what I mean by waste
do.
management. Am I right?
Apparently, the thing to do is to pull over, dump it, and go. Dump it and run.
We were figuring, right, somebody had probably, dumped hot cinders from their fireplace into the trash that morning. It's like, it's fine. It's out.
Some dumbass just freshly back from Mount Fuji.
Exactly.
Then threw some fucking hot coals in the trash.
A bus driver from Mount Fuji.
That's right.
Guy who drives a bus part-time from Mount Fuji.
Cut
somebody off, yeah.
It's all the same dumb person.
All the same dumb person. Exactly right.
Everyone's dumb this week. Sorry.
Let's see. Shit, I'm on fire. It's time to drink, says Fuzz. It's always time to drink, my brother. Call Geico. Get out the marshmallows. Ditch the bus I'm driving. And prayers and thoughts to the kids. Skibbity. It's time to skibbity. Eat a Twix. Collaborate and listen.
Eric pops up with, it's time to text back.
Hi, Eric. Hi, my brother. Let's see. Vote while I can. Exactly. But let's see. Jump in the pool and get that dead raccoon. Text back, says Eric.
Was he all bloated up like a corpse when you finally found him? Did you fish him out with the pool floaty thing or the pool?
Exactly.
What's that called? The pool skimmer?
The net, the skimmer, whatever it is. Yeah, skimmer. Summon Hestia. Live stream. Visit Republic.
That's the one.
Kathy says visit Republican headquarters.
And visit Republic. I'm on fire.
I'm on fire. Time to visit the Republican headquarters. That's one for Kathy. Yeah, dropping in a local Patriot headquarters. Yeah, I see where we're going with this. Absolutely. So listen, Laura was reading a news story about apparently watermelons for some strange reason
are you guys seeing this on TikTok?
Internally ferment.
Watermelons are exploding this season.
And they're exploding. Okay. So, and the telltale sign is if you see foam coming out the end of your watermelon, which sounds very personal, doesn't it? If you see foam coming out the end of your watermelon, that means it's fermenting on the inside and it's at risk of.
And so if you leave it in your kitchen, it will explode all over the kitchen.
Watermelon
so
smashes like fucking Gallagher.
And you see a foam coming out of it. You have to carefully bag it and put it in your trash.
Get the fuck out of here. Some girl had posted a video of her in her kitchen. She walks in and it's literally like a fucking Armageddon. It is watermelon Armageddon in her kitchen. She's like, I don't know what the hell happened. The watermelon just blew up. And then she pauses. She's like, it stinks. Also, it stinks.
But also, okay, I think I stepped in watermelon juice or something, and it was like sticky for days.
Oh yeah,
right?
Yeah.
What would happen if a watermelon exploded all over your kitchen? Like you would never get that stickiness.
You wouldn't.
Out.
No, you could scrub for days. You wouldn't get that shit out of there. Anyway, it's a very 2025 development. I think that your watermelon is trying to kill you.
Flaming trash in the road.
Flaming trash.
And an exploding watermelon in your kitchen.
What else is trying to kill you in 2025? What else? What else is trying to kill you in 2025? Carrie says Bruce Springsteen for writing a song about it without asking me first. Yeah. Oh, ho, ho, I'm on fire.
Like the trash on the road.
Hey, now, baby, it's good for you. What to do with the dope thing I want to and you. A bad reason.
But whatever the prompt is, the answer is Gallagher.
I'm on fire. Yeah, exactly. It's Gallagher.
The exploding watermelon.
Yeah.
Right. He died, right?
Yes, he did.
Right.
He died a sad little repressed homosexual. That's what he did. I have never seen a comedian more virulently anti-gay who he himself was obviously extremely gay.
And that's okay. I mean, it's not okay for him to be
No,
anti-gay.
it wasn't.
It's just
No.
like, I don't get it.
Very Republican.
Just let everyone do what they want.
Yes, indeed. The best way, I think, to deal with gay marriages, if you don't like gay marriages, don't get gay married.
Oh, you don't marry a same-sex person.
Don't get gay married.
And then I think you're good.
Yeah, I think you're all set.
Yeah.
I think you're all set.
That was my favorite. Like, it was like a onion. Like, was it an onion or was it a what is the? It was like a funny satirical, like the gay agenda. Get up,
right?
Make
Exactly.
toast,
Yeah.
Watch Law and Order. Go to work. You know, like here we are.
Honestly,
trying to convert you.
when we were younger, I think everybody was just feeling a lot more fight in them, and I knew a number of gay friends who were just they'd go to marches and rallies and stuff like that, and then by the time we all got into our 30s and 40s, they're like, we're here, we're queer, we're used to it. We're very, very used to it.
We're fine.
By now. We're fine.
Joe is like Bob Fergie being to the right of Mark Mullet.
I don't know what's going on. What happened? Bob Ferguson? Good Lord, dude.
Jan, talk to your boyfriend,
Well, you
Bob
got to talk to your
Ferguson.
boyfriend, Bob Ferguson. I'm get that boy on track.
God.
Joe says whatever the prompt is, the answer is Gallagher. Yeah, that's right. Neurotransmitters are trying to kill Christina. There are meds for that. My birth year. Let's see. The prospects of no midterm elections in 2026. I know. Let's see. The outdoor cat is trying to kill us. Eggs and chickens.
Sitting right out there
But which one first? Which one first? That is the question. Pickleball, the resurgence of COVID-laced murder hornet to infect chickens and make eggs cost $96 a dozen. That's it. You got it, right? You hit the trifecta. Big balls, deviled eggs. Yeah, actually, big balls really is. Deviled eggs are devilishly expensive. Let's see, the EOs. Let's see, you'll find them all through the GOP Congress. Yes, they're all trying to kill us. School bus drivers, his hint. 2024 hangover. Martin Gore on the pickleball court. The wheel of time. God, my cat when my bladder wakes me up at 3 a.m. and I try and walk in the dark. Let's see, genetics. He just wants to abuse you. Sweet dreams are made of this. Let's see, the Secretary of Health and Human Services. Yes, that is true. Yeah, RFK with that weird fucking voice of his. According to Fox News, all of the chaotic criminals in Seattle. Yeah, well, sure. Friskies, dear Laura. Who had the funniest response? Is this you or is
yes,
this me?
this is me.
This is you. Who had the funniest
let's
response?
see. I will give it to Christina for her various wonderful
She had
answers.
very, very
genetics. her brain. Friskies.
I'm going to have to double check this, but Joe just hipped us to a little factoid. The front runner to be the next pope is literally an Italian named Pizzaballa. Really?
Well, that sounds
really?
amazing.
Pope Pizzaballa? I'm in.
Are we just pizza balls for everyone?
Could he be Pope Margarita? How about that? That'd be amazing.
I do love a pizza margarita.
He sounds delicious. Whatever his deal is, whatever his policies are.
Oh, I thought Trump was going to be the next pope. He nominated himself, right?
Yeah, we're definitely getting to. We got so quickly into peak delusion. Pink. Good night, everybody. Good night. It happened. I said I said if it went again, if I did that again, it was all over. Can you feel the breeze? There you go. All right.
Did you see someone trolling RFK on Twitter? Like he's ranting about something like autism and vaccines and whatever. They're like, you know, your aunt had a lobotomy, and like
and had a lobotomy,
and that was the latest medical science at the time. Like,
and you were addicted to heroin.
You're an idiot.
Hi.
You got bit by a bear and now have a brain worm. Like you can use all the science you can get, right? Like your whole family.
Exactly right. Yeah, your whole fucking family. But yeah, but who's keeping score? For those of you keeping score at home, this man had a brain worm from transporting a dead baby bear in his trunk in New York. You can't write this shit.
In a story where the timeline does not even make sense, and the logistics of the map.
If
you've ever lived
going through Brooklyn,
whatever.
It doesn't make
We're not going to bore you with the details of it, but he's in upstate New York. He drives down and then he drives
Brooklyn.
across.
He goes to
Central
Brooklyn
Park
to have
where he
lunch.
finds a
Peter
bear.
Luger then drives to Central Park. He hits a
then he
bear
drives
somewhere.
Whatever.
Drives to Central Park to drop it off. Prospect Park is right there, my brother.
Okay.
And then he goes from Central Park all the way. You would have to. It doesn't fucking matter. The guy's
You know
an
what?
idiot.
We're the people. We're the
ones.
When you
Every
watch
time
that
you
show,
watch a
Big
show,
Little Lies.
You can't get
Oh my god!
familiarity
Oh my
here.
god!
You do
Big Little
it.
Lies. I literally screamed
It was
at the
set
TV like,
in my hometown.
"Oh, okay, you live in Big Sur, and your kid goes to school in Monterey." Okay.
That's not going to work out unless you like being, sitting behind tourists gawking at the scenery for 45 minutes each direction every day.
You get an inter-district transfer for that. What if that's not even a private school? What are you doing?
Ray says he prefers Pizza Suprema. Pope Pizza Suprema.
Never watch any television with us.
No, we're insufferable.
Yeah,
we're absolutely insufferable. No cap.
That would never happen.
It's pizza carnecita. Pope veggie lovers without mushrooms, with mushrooms. Pope ham and pineapple. We should have named the new Pope. That's exactly what we should have done. Anyway, I told you, and if I'm lying, I'm dying, that we were going to have some hard-hitting news stories tonight. And indeed we have we not? We don't disappoint.
Did you not pin it?
I haven't gotten to the next prompt yet.
Okay.
So we don't disappoint. When we say we're going to deliver, by God, we'll give it to you. We'll give it to you long and hard and full of semen. Thank you very much. Anyway, Laurel also heard a news story recently about a young mom who had brought refreshments to her children's school and had gotten arrested for it. Dear Laurel, fill us in on what happened with this brain trust of a human being.
What had happened was this mom brought Jell-O shots to her kid's school and claims that she did not know the Jell-O shots had shots in them. And so she got all the kids drunk, and then the police came and arrested
her. The kids got fucking housed
because there was
shots.
vodka in those Jell-O shots that she brought.
She brought them at the fucking Bevmo or whatever,
And no, she got them from someone like online, like on
no
the
shit.
the person online was like, it says on my website that there's Smirnoff vodka shots in those Jell-O shots. Why did you take them to a school? You're a moron.
Yeah, well, obviously, yeah.
Right. So one of the
And a
little
whole
kids was like,
grade.
one of the little kids was like, I got a headache and then I threw up at school.
Kids got a lampshade on his head. Yeah, this is a great fucking party. Anyway, bring the refreshments for your kid's school event. Bring the refreshments for your kid's school event. BBDBD. Burp, burp, ba-dip, dip, dim. Kathy's like, oh yeah, sure she didn't. Pizzaballa is center right, apparently. Honestly.
Those were for the teachers.
Those were for the teachers. I'm not entirely sure that, why in the face of everything that is happening internationally, and after having had this wonderful Pope that we just had, would the Catholic Church be so ready. Never mind. Don't answer that question. Of course, they're going to go directly. It's the Catholic fucking Church. What am I saying?
Right.
I'm delusional. I'm Delulu, as the kids say.
Delulu.
I'm Delulu.
Okay. No cap.
No cap. I'm lacking Riz.
Whatever.
I have no Riz. Skibbity. Skibbity.
So
Whoop.
the answer is next. I'll be bringing strippers.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, I mean, look, or somebody to read the kids' stories in G-strings.
Yeah, exactly. It's stripper story time.
Just relax.
Yeah.
Lollipop Xanax is a good answer.
Lollipop Xanax is, and that actually also sounds like a porn name.
Stripper name.
Yeah, stripper name. Let's see. From now on, the Jello shots will have to be individually wrapped. Beaver par excellence, says Kathy.
That's right.
Wine-flavored Capri Suns and brownies from Ray.
Sure.
Pope Pizza Balla for president. Sure, why not? Mike's Flaccid Lemonade. That's very funny. Gary, I like that. Midget bowling. A Cologuard test I found on fire in a neighborhood's trash can.
Yeah.
Neighbor's trash can. I like that.
On the street, a flame.
That was what it was. It was a Cologuard test that had been discarded that suddenly combusted.
Do you guys think it's weird if now you're not going, but the
what are we talking about?
the Atwoods and I are considering going to midget bowling.
Yeah. I'm not going.
Midget
You're
wrestling.
right. You're right.
Midget
I'm not
wrestling.
going. Yeah.
Because you think that's tacky.
No,
you're
I
busy,
actually have
but
something
You
that
have
I
something
gotta
that
do,
you're doing
so,
that
yeah,
night, but
yeah.
but I don't think you go anyway.
I would have to see. If I could go, I don't know. Let's see. I'll bring what I can afford. Top ramen for all, says Kathy. Groomer starter kits. Zappalon cupcakes. Yeah, that's Ambien, right? Put you right to sleep. Sisters of Mercy contrition cookies. Hear this corrosion. All I thought was the band. Let's see. Tang measles vaccine. The Republican special, a trip to the fields to harvest their own fucking treats. Exactly right,
my
Kathy. Center right. Let's see. Spiked brownies and Tang. As long as you walk 3 feet behind him or her. Tamale lady wrapped surprise. Is this me or you, babe?
This is you.
Babe, I'm leaving.
I was gonna give it to your mom first. She'll bring the measles vaccine.
All right, yeah, that's good. Yeah, let's give it to my mom. That's right. That's exactly right. But honorable mention to Kathy for the Republican special, a trip to the fields to harvest their own fucking treats. So you guys have seen this meme that is going around on the interwebs right now, positing how many men it would take to defeat one gorilla, and there have been computer simulations, and the whole thing is quite hilarious, right?
So
gorillas
I don't get
are preposterously strong.
They weigh 500 pounds, right?
They're really strong.
They're all muscle.
Yeah.
So at least but the man versus gorilla thing doesn't make sense because there are only 10 or so men can jump on a gorilla at one time, right?
Well,
and then the gorilla kills all of them.
Right.
And then so is it 100 men to one gorilla?
I think that's what they determined the ratio.
What are you
was.
trying to tire the gorilla out?
I guess so, yeah,
By
because
killing your
eventually
friends?
the rope-a-dope would happen. The gorilla would just be so tired from destroying all
killing
these
and destroying.
humans. Oh, for fuck's sake! And then you just
Did
go
you
for the
see
jugular.
the computer simulation? The
Yes, I
gorilla's
did.
just flinging the people.
flinging men,
Just right and left.
right and left. It's hilarious.
Whatever.
I love it. It's fabulous. Check it out if you haven't seen it. Let's see. Anyway, as it turns out, the only thing that can defeat a gorilla is blank. The only thing that can defeat a gorilla is blank. Oh yeah, bringing the refreshments for the kids' school event. Anne says Jan's dildo collection.
Oh yeah, why not?
Jan's dildo
Tiny
collection.
popsicles shaped like
Jan's dildo
dildos. That would be
collection.
so great for the internet.
No, sure, absolutely.
Why not? Spiked brownies and Tang. Why was Tang ever a
I don't
drink?
know. It was supposed to be the drink of the astronauts. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
So, and that came out around the same time as Space Sticks. Remember Space Sticks? They were in these little foil packet. They were like these long Tootsie Roll things.
I do not remember that.
They were basically proto-protein bars. I don't know
I do
what they
not
were made of.
remember
They had a very particular taste. They tasted kind of waxy, but they were good in their way. So when we were kids, when we would play astronaut, we would want to have Tang and then the Space Sticks. And it was like, well, we're floating in space. We're floating in space.
Did you play We're Floating in Space?
I don't know. No, actually, my parents got a refrigerator one year, and yes, we did use the box to pretend that we were in a rocket ship to the moon. So
I was sure you were going to say you trapped yourself in the refrigerator.
No. That happens, and people actually die from that.
Yeah.
So then I remember my parents telling me very seriously, like, if you ever see a refrigerator, just an abandoned refrigerator, don't get in there.
Yeah. Well,
because you can get stuck
they
in
had
there.
to tell us everything back then.
Now, it took me a long time to figure out why. Right? It wouldn't happen immediately. What would happen is if you sat in there long enough, you would create, I think, Ray, help me out here. Joe, if you're
You'd
still
suffocate,
here,
right?
help me out. I think it's because through your respiration, you would create, no, because there's an exchange of gases. Would you create a vacuum? Somehow by respirating in there?
I think you suffocate in that, right? You run out of oxygen.
But the story always was you couldn't get out. Yeah, it would seal. You would get sealed inside of it.
And then you run out of oxygen.
Well, yeah, and at that point,
you use up all the oxygen.
For sure. But the reason why you couldn't get out was because there was some sort of vacuum seal on there,
well,
and you
it's
couldn't break
sealed
it.
because the cold won't get out. Right.
Right, but if it's not plugged in, then what's causing the seal?
You've reached the end of my
Is
science.
it? Have I reached it?
I majored in drunk. Okay.
I'm sorry, you've reached the end of mine. Now, press 9. Press 9 to be transferred.
Yeah.
You've reached the end of my
Hello?
knowledge. Yeah. Let's see. The only thing that can defeat a gorilla is cocaine gorilla. Exactly right, Christina.
No, you're right.
Sigourney Weaver.
No, you're right.
Yes, Sigourney Weaver is the only one. Godzilla, The Glue Factory, Big Balls, Jan's Dildo Collection, Poachers, Snakes on a Plane, Harambe, A Pissed Off Mama Bear, The Zookeeper's Dart Gun, Jan, exactly, my mom's the only one. Fay Ray, Curious George, question mark, Lori's New Cat, Leopard Steve, Sign Language, definitely not the guy who left his phone on Mount Fuji. Let's see, Fox News, IKEA furniture instructions, the old school 90s LAPD. Oh God, Scott! Wow, that is a rough answer, my
that's
friend.
dark.
Woo, wow, yes. Officer.
You know what? That is someone who could do it, though.
Oh yeah, no, they would definitely.
Officer Coon.
I was just gonna say it's Officer Coon.
Yeah.
We'll get you every day. Stacy Coon was his name.
Officer Stacy Coon
It's weird.
versus a gorilla.
Life is weird. Life is
He'll
really,
just stomp
really.
and
You
stomp.
You would send that as an editor. You would send that back for notes.
Yeah,
You'd be like,
that's
no, we can't name him Coon for God's sake.
No,
What are
I
you
can't
doing?
do this.
It's the only thing that can defeat a gorilla is cocaine gorilla. I'm giving it to Christina. That was a fabulous answer.
Well, it's my point to get.
Oh well, you can do the next one.
I'm giving it to Scott for 90s LAPD.
All right, very good. Okay, well, so then 2 points. I got a
Who
word
did
in
you
that.
give it to?
To Christina.
Okay.
All right, wax on, wax off. Scott says sorry. Hey, don't be sorry. You got a point out of it.
You got a point.
So tomorrow is International Star Wars Day, as you know, because of course tomorrow is May 4th or May the 4th.
May the 4th be with
so
you.
May the blank be with you. May the blank be with you. Anybody watching Andor? Boy, that's a fantastic show. That is I was telling my mom the other day.
I don't get it. That show makes me feel dumb. I'm like, oh, okay.
That is a show.
What happened right before this?
That is a show for people who don't like Star Wars. That is the Star Wars show for people who don't like Star Wars. That's what that is. Yeah. It's fabulous. It actually has layered characters, some emotionally motivated writing, surprisingly few space chases and laser blasts, and they will treat you like an adult.
But you're saying, like, for people who know something about Star Wars,
you
but
have to know
really,
something.
Yeah,
No, you have to know a little bit about Star Wars, but I think it definitely has a little bit more of a literary heft to it than the other franchises.
Yeah.
Imho, your mileage may vary.
What's the is it Adolescence, the name of the movie with the kid, the killer kid?
Yes, this was
Yeah.
on Netflix. It was a 3-part series called Adolescence.
Somebody recently was like, "Did you watch that?" And I'm like, "No, I like to be depressed in my real life."
Exactly. Yeah,
I don't
there's
need
plenty to be depressed about in
I
real
don't need my
life.
nighttime TV time to be depressing for me.
It was quite depressing, but it
don't-
really, honestly, one of the most powerful pieces of television I think I've ever seen. But a hard watch. For those, it's the show on Netflix. It was a 3-part series about a young boy who was accused of killing a classmate, and every installment was 45 minutes to an hour long, and they were all filmed in one take. And initially, I thought, oh, this is a gimmick. They spliced it together, using computer generated whatever, like they did with that movie Birdman. which was a wonderful film, but it looked like that was shot in one take. Well, this actually was, and they rehearsed for months to try to get this right. And it's like, I can't even imagine the pressure from everybody.
That little kid.
Well, all of them, everybody who was involved, even the fucking extras. I mean, you fuck up one thing and you got to go back to zero. Everybody involved had to perform flawlessly. May the Disney Plus be with you, says Joe. The Gorilla, The Only Show, the Next Door app, the Grim Reaper, the Trip, the Stock Options, the Patience, the One Cup, the Perpetual Copyright Law, the Next Election, the Carne Asada Tacos, the Mount Fuji Sherpas. Thank you. Say that 5 times fast. Mary Sue, Democracy, Ballots, Airplane Doors, Cell Towers, Fan Base that hates its own franchise. Hi, that's funny. Vaccines, Punchline. Who had the funniest response?
No, it's yours to.
Oh, so am I going to do this now? Okay. Ba-ba-da-ba-da, may the, let's see. Let's go with Joe for Disney Plus. May the Disney Plus be with you. It is very strange indeed to me that Disney is the corporation that owns the Star Wars franchise. It just, I don't know why that just doesn't sit right with me. It just seems very, very unlikely and strange.
Kind of cynical.
A little bit, yeah. In any event, Laurel and I, when we wake up in the morning, we compare notes on the dreams that we had the night before, and of late we're having like the most insane dreams. I can't even. My dreams make no fucking sense to begin with, but I can't even quantify how strange these dreams have been. Honestly, I will wake up and I feel like I've done something terrible some mornings. I'm like, what did I'm not rested, not terribly rested.
Well, we're drinking this thing called Moon Brew at night.
Yeah, there's something in it.
To sleep, and it has like adaptogens in it or something. And a lot of people on Reddit says it gives them
the wacko dreams.
Crazy dreams.
And indeed, it's delicious and it works. But anyway, well, last night I dreamt I was blank. Last night I dreamt I was blank. Burp, 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 burp. Bump. Bump,
Didn't you? Yeah. You dreamt that someone we know was complaining about something, and or trying to dry something in our dryer, and you're like, I could be flying right now.
Yeah, somebody. So our dryer has been working intermittently, right? The heater.
We're ignoring it.
The heating element is off, and so sometimes
our dryer could be broken.
Could be broken. We don't want to hear about it,
but
though.
We're ignoring it.
La 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 la. That sounds expensive. I don't want to fucking hear it.
Although it might be more expensive when the tariffs kick in.
Oh yeah. Well.
Anyway, we're waiting for it to completely die. Right now, it will dry some things on a cool setting.
And so I had this dream that a friend of ours was over here and she was trying to dry a pair of pants. She's like, this dryer isn't working. It's not getting hot. And I'm like, yeah, I know, the heating element. And then I woke up going, I could be dreaming about anything. I could make anything happen. I could be fighting crime. I could be
in a time machine.
Flying. I could be traveling the world.
Multi-gazillionaire.
But no, I'm having a conversation with Chris Petzold about the fact that she can't dry her pants in our dryer. That doesn't make any fucking sense to me. Last night I dreamt I was married to a Nigerian prince.
In a Hollywood movie. I was the star of a Hollywood movie.
Trying to prevent the Gorman massacre. Oh yeah, because that happens on Andor. The woman who from the Empire who is in charge of Gorman, she has resting angry face. Let's say she was like an angry individual. Let's see, in the Kamala and Tim timeline, I wish, Kathy, you and me both. I wish we were living in the Kamala presidency right now. Sleeping and dreaming, says Scott. I sailed away to China in a little rowboat to find you.
You said you had to get your laundry clean.
She said, nobody gonna break my stride. Nobody gonna slow me down. Okay, that's about enough of that. I dreamt I was size 6. Saved by a DJ last night. A Scottish citizen. We can be. I say that we move this entire locus of operations all the way over to the Highlands. What do you think?
Will they give us citizenship?
Yes, they're apparently working on it right now.
They will not.
That's what I've been reading. They want us.
Really?
They want us, yeah. And we would bring something wonderful to the culture of Scotland. Plus, I know how to drink, and that's a very important part of Scottish culture. I don't mind haggis. It's like pate. It's pate. It's fine.
Plus, I'm pretty much Scottish.
I was going to say, let's see. Last night I dreamt I was in 2018. That somebody loved me. In the Hillary timeline, I was Chinese. A bottle of ketchup. Genie. I dreamed of Genie. That's funny. Pope dropping a ballot into a box with Buttigieg named Mark for president. Yes, sir. Love that. This is you. Who read the best answer? There were lots of great answers on that.
No,
Who?
no, and just another
Apparently, Morrissey has taken to lecturing his audiences now. He's showing up, which is something, but he's lecturing people now. So maybe he wants to run for Pope. Yeah, Pope Morrissey.
Yeah, I'm going to give it to Kathy for her many funny answers.
These Scots here would go with you. But Macpherson.
Let's all go together.
Macpherson will go together.
We're all Scottish together.
Yeah. I like that. I think that's a fabulous thing. That's a freedom. They'll never take it. They'll never take our freedom.
But I'm Scottish from Torvald.
Yeah, from Torvald. Remember Thorvald?
Yeah, from Thorvald.
Ingeborg is the finest of maidens. I have betted her. This is Thorvald. This is Thorvald.
This is Thorvald.
This right here. This is Thorvald.
Thorvald fucks.
Yeah. Thorvald does fuck. Thorvald totally fucks.
And then many generations later, I come out.
What round are we on, my darling?
We are on round 13.
Round 13. Listen, we all have one thing that we can do that nobody else can do, and I should be famous for my ability to blank. I should be world famous for my ability to blank.
I should be famous for my ability to make once-in-a-lifetime fudge.
Yes.
That's it.
You did it. Nailed
so
it.
Good. I'm
Knocked
done.
it out of the park.
Wow. How'd you make that fudge?
Don't
Can
know.
you make more?
No. Can't make it again.
Can't make
You'll
it
figure
again?
it out. I really think you'll figure it out.
Maybe.
No, you will. We'll work on it. We'll retrace the steps. Honestly, I can, in my mind, we've got a batch of it in the fridge right now. I'm gonna go taste it, and we can reconstruct it just by taste. Okay, I think it needs a little bit.
Maybe.
Certainly salt. Certainly sea salt was a big component.
Peanut butter.
Because the salt really brings the
milk chocolate. There's a lot of things.
I think the milk chocolate was an important part of it because often fudge is made with darker chocolate, right? It's made with, or just regular cocoa. And the fact that you use milk chocolate,
I don't know.
Milk chocolate, Nutella, and peanut butter right there. I think if you put those three things together, you'll get
Condensed
like
milk,
75% of the way.
butter.
Exactly. You'll get 75%.
I mean, that's all that went into it. I just don't know. I don't think I can replicate it because I was like, oh, okay, put this in until it tastes good.
But honestly, that's half the fun of cooking for me, right? And my mom agrees. I mean, we talk about this all the time.
Yeah, but how do you avoid the anxiety of knowing that you'll never be able to replicate that?
I don't know. I don't think about it as I'm doing it. And then sometimes I'll sit down to a meal that I have prepared and I'm like, fuck, it's so good. How can I do this again? And I have no idea.
You don't.
I have no idea.
You don't.
But it's fun. I mean, I honestly, I see it like jazz. You know, it's like I look at the recipe as like a score, like a musical score, and then I start beepity booping, you know, bop, beepity boop, bop, bop. And then,
beepity booping?
Exactly. I was just beepity booping and then say,
like David
turmeric in there.
He was beeping and booping.
Oh, it's just beeping and bopping?
What's the matter, kid? You got school in the morning?
That was a fantastic story that I just heard that I absolutely love. Apparently, David Lee Roth was at a morning. This is back in the 80s or 90s, probably like early 90s, I'm guessing. And this is when David Lee Roth was having sort of the later part of his solo career after he had left Van Halen. And Henry Rollins was telling this story, and I guess so. Henry Rollins was following David Lee Roth on this morning zoo program. So he's just about to go into the studio. Henry Rollins is, and he sees David Lee Roth on his way out, and David Lee Roth is wearing this top to bottom full-length fur coat and it's like, you know, fucking 8 a.m, and he opens it up and it's just like all beer. He's just got beer, just all bottles of beer all the way up and down. And he goes up to Rollins, who he didn't recognize, of course, because why would he? And he goes to Rollins, he goes, hey man, you want a beer? And Rollins is a famous straight edge, right? He just does. Rollins drinks coffee. That's as hard as he gets. He just doesn't do it. So he goes, no, I'm cool, man. Thank you very much. And David Lee Roth turns to him. He goes, why, man? You got school tomorrow? Oh, sick burn! I love that. You got school? Beepity boopity bop, zitty bop.
He's just beeping and booping.
Yeah, exactly. I should be famous for my ability to Thorvald Shag Shop. I like that, actually. That's why I buy all my fine menswear, my Viking wear from Thorvald Shag Shop. Channel Salad Man. Procrastinate. Avoid getting hit by an overworked, angry bus driver, says Ray. Is this you on this round? I think this is
you. It's round 13.
Okay, this is round 13. This is me. Find my cell phone indoors. Exactly, says David. Drop 35 quarters for my elbow and catch them all. Did you see that episode of Happy Days when Fonzie's cousin could bloop do that? I remember we had competitions in school after that.
Who's Fonzie's cousin?
I forget what his name was. He was some kid from juvenile hall, but he could do this one thing. He was trying to set a world record on Happy Days, if I remember correctly. Make terrible decisions about retrieving the phone I left on Mount Fuji. Survive 30 surgeries. That is correct, Mom. You can. Chew gum and kick ass at the same time. Absorb and process conversations while drinking, says Christina.
Oh, was it Chachi?
Or maybe it was Chachi's cousin. Was it Chachi's cousin?
Christina just said Chachi.
Oh, maybe it was actually Scott Baio himself. Okay. Procrastinate on building fashion, Steve. Oh, Scott. That's a good cell phone.
Mail him back.
No, you cannot. No, do not get any ideas. You may not. You don't have our address.
I think you can.
No, I don't want that. Address. I don't want that thing back. I was so happy when I was goodbye, Fashion Steve. We'll see you later. And by later I mean never. White Knight. Pick magnificent friends. Yes, indeed, Christina. Yes, indeed. And same. I return the compliment to you. Let's see. Get my work done. Sit on the green couch and have my time on it turn sexual, says Ray. Wake up, brush my teeth, shower, not kill my upstairs neighbor. Oh, yeah. I understand you have quite a noisy upstairs neighbor. Tombstone for the best fudge ever.
I have your address. Fashion Steve's coming back here.
Piece by piece.
Fashion Steve, coast to coast. Fashion Steve.
He's on tour, Fashion Steve. Explain the heteroskedacity of Trump's stream of consciousness.
We saw his other hand this week.
Yes, we did. Actually, we went to go visit it.
And it was told to us that it's never leaving.
Never leaving. It's never leaving. Yeah. Heteroskedacity is something I've never heard, Fuzz. I'm going to have to look that up as soon as we're done here. Let's see. Make people think I like them. None of you were included. I actually like you. Let's see. Stay single. Quote Lord of the Rings. Chachi. Gain 5 pounds when reading a recipe. Match my ancestry. Let's see. I have not fucked this sofa. Oh my God, what a round. Holy shit. Well, I got to give it to Scott, obviously, for procrastinating on building Fashion Steve. Listen, send him back if you must, but build him first. Build him first. That is all we ask. All right. Listen, young man / woman, you are grounded. You're grounded. Go to your blank and think about what you've done. You're grounded. Go to your blank and think about what you've done. Round 14. And it's only 9:18. How did we do it?
I don't know if I told you guys this last week or maybe it happened this week. I don't know. I was in a store recently and I heard a little kid say to a little kid say to her mom, "Stop talking."
Ooh, and the mother was actually trying to just explain something, right?
And their mother went, "Okay."
Oh, no. You're raising a serial killer. No, you don't do that.
Can any of you Gen X folks imagine saying to your parents in any context, "Stop talking"?
Can you even fucking imagine?
I would still be in my room.
Oh my God, I never would have stopped. I'd be in trouble right now.
I'd be in trouble right now.
Still be in trouble for my parents.
God
if I
forbid
never
I said that to either one of my parents would have been equally as mad and punishing about that.
I did not pin it. Why have I not pinned it?
Absolutely.
There we go. All right. Yeah. Listen, you're grounded.
That's true.
Go to your blanket.
Kathy says, the kids are spoken to that way. And they speak to their parents that way.
It's not good.
Ooh-wee.
Stop talking, said the little child. 3 years old,
Absolutely not.
No, that would not fly.
I mean, I don't know. When we were little kids, did our parents say stop talking and we were allowed to say that, but we were not allowed to say that back?
Yeah, yes, I'm sure that my parents at some juncture or other told me to stop talking, and I'm sure I had it coming. And that's what it's like when you're a kid. You're in the subordinate position. That's life. Shut up and deal with it and never say that back to your parents. You're not allowed to, right? It's right in the middle of my... Can you... I can't reach this. It's right in the middle of my shoulder blades. Can you down a little bit? Down. This is scintillating television. To the left a little bit. Up, there it is. Oh.
Wow.
Thank you very much. Yay! Oh, that's so much better.
I remember Yeah, see, Fuzz says, the fuck? Stop talking?
No. Absolutely not. Let's see.
I don't think so.
Listen, you're grounded. Go to your favorite provider and think about what you've done. Google, Happy Place, Bear Hole, Teacher's Closet. Oh, that's rough. Let's see. Organic Free Range Cry Dome. Meta Virtual World. Dealer, iPad, exactly, yes, that's exactly right.
That's right.
Career Counselor, Happy Place, Corner, Dear Laura, who had the funniest response to You're Grounded, go to your blank and think about what you've done.
I'm going to give it to Ange for organic free-range cry dome.
I loved that. That was a phenomenal answer. All right, round number 15, kids. We're bringing it on home. Let's see. I was watching a series of commercials that somebody had compiled on TikTok the other day that was just all commercials from our youth. And honestly, Laura, I played it for Laura, and we started singing each of them instantly. We have been
and then you earwormed me with the like what
the closing theme song from WKRP. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if you guys remember this, the closing theme song from WKRP, but it was kind of rocked. It was kind of cans to the bottom, bum bum bada 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 bada. And apparently the guy who did that song
singing in gibberish.
Yeah, he did interstitial music for the show, and the guy who the showrunner at the time was like, I need something rocking for the closing credits, and this guy wrote the song and then sang gibberish lyrics over it, and he's like, no, these are just placeholders. I'll write you some actual lyrics. And the showrunner was like, no, I fucking love it. And so every time we would watch the ending of WKRP in Cincinnati, that closing song is basically the guy who goes, round dancing in the back of my heart. They
don't know what we're talking about, but if we played it, they would be like, oh my God.
Oh, you know. You would know what we're talking about. Anyway, one of the things that came up was a series of commercials like, you're not fully clean unless you're
zestfully clean.
Exactly. And I've got the fever for the flavor of blank. Pringles. I've got the fever for the flavor of blank. I got the fever for the flavor of a blurp. Fuzz says, he grew up thinking that Cincinnati was cool. So what is, so Carrie, you're from Ohio as well. Is there a cool part when you grow up in Ohio? I know that Cleveland is not considered cool, except by people who live there who tend to get very defensive about it. Mm-hmm. We've got the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. How dare you? Right?
Cleveland rocks.
Exactly. Cleveland rocks. We had the Pretenders, and it's like I know that people get very defensive about that. But is there a cool part of Ohio? Right?
Aren't they like Ohio? It's cheap to live here.
Well, yeah, sure. I'm sure that it's much cheaper to live there, but I'm wondering, is there a city in the state where everybody's like, man, when I grow up, I'm going to go live in this city because it's cool, and I'm going to go, start
And that city is California.
That city is New York City. Exactly.
And that city is Chicago.
Yeah, exactly, Chicago. Yeah. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
In my town, that city was Los Angeles.
Yeah, I just can't feature that. Well, I grew up in San Francisco. I mean, that was everybody wanted to go to San Francisco.
And then I went to Los Angeles, and I was like, absolutely
not.
Absolutely not. Mm-hmm. Nope.
Good food, though. Good food in Los Angeles. I mean, that is the one thing. Not. The one thing we do miss about LA is our friends, of course. We have very many good friends.
Carrie says,
food.
No.
So I've got the fever for flavor of no.
No. I think she's answering the question: is there a place in Ohio?
Where
people
see.
From
Right.
Ohio are like, that's cool to live there. No.
It's outside of Ohio apparently. Let's see. I got the fever for the flavor of partisanship. Today's vodka. Melatonin gummies, hits from the bong, lawful elections, democracy, orange funerals. Hello. Where are you going to be?
Ange has the fever for the flavor of mystery fudge. Mystery fudge. You'll never have it again.
Let's see. New mom and dad to provide free Friskies for me, says Ange. Yeah. Ozempic, Shaker Heights. That's funny, David. Olympia, another country. Let's see, the month, the flavor of the month, okay. Mystery fudge, vaccines, Declaration of Independence, and all of that unity it talks about. Oh, it was a document of love. I don't know if you. So when Trump did his interview with Terry Moran of ABC,
I cut off that TikTok before I saw him talking.
Well,
Is
one
that
of the
what
things
that was about?
Yeah, no. One of the things that he was talking about was Terry Moran. There is one of the versions of the Declaration of Independence, and it's like, well, what does that document?
That's where I clicked
What
out
does
of
that
TikTok.
document mean to you? And it was almost like Terry Moran kind of knew he was setting Trump up to be like, he doesn't know what this document is, and it's in the fucking White House. And he's like, well, it's a document of love, very, very important document of love. I'm like, no, it's not a fucking document of love. No, it was the opposite of a document. It was a fuck you document. That's what it was. It was a huge fuck you.
Doesn't know what it is.
He doesn't fucking know. He does. I honestly thought it'd be hilarious if Terry Moran was just like, okay, next, talk about the Articles of Confederacy. What do those mean to you? Just like give him a quiz, give him a pop quiz.
Talk us through every single president whose portrait is hanging on the wall. Name them and say what their policies
and say what they're known for. Exactly.
Name them and say what they're known for. Can you name them all? I bet you can't.
I couldn't name any of them. Let's see. A flavor of Tang and vodka. Whatever the food bank box had. Victory Day World War I. Chocolate pudding tacos. Who could forget?
Choco
Fudge. More cowbell. Veteran Choco tacos. This is round 15. So this is me.
And a tiebreaker should be round 15.
I'm going to go, I'm not going to say it out loud, but I'm going to go with Kathy. We know what we're talking about. Prepare for the parties. Oh, the worldwide parties. Oh, my goodness. All right, so Laura's going to need a moment to, let's, give me a topic, please, and we'll just, we'll go with.
The brand new cat. The guy on the bus.
Oh, right. Yeah.
The flaming pile of trash.
Well, there's so much to choose from.
So many topics.
Sure, yeah, okay, exactly.
Trash in the road. Ain't no big surprise.
Well, I was out driving my bus just the other day when there was this guy who wouldn't get out of my way. Well, I did what I had to do and I dumped my trash all over the road like a grown-up totally should. Then I went to Mount Fuji and I hiked to the top. And then when I forgot my phone, I went back and I went back to go get it because I'm the loser of the year and everybody knows that it's clear that I'm the driver of the bus. Then the other day, outside, just like that, I looked on my deck and I noticed that I'd suddenly acquired a cat. Well, I fed him flamin' hot Cheeto Friskies. Now I played him some of the music of the musical artist Miss Mitski. Now he's my cat forevermore. Hey everybody, don't you know? I don't have any more to say, so let's see if Laura has wrapped up all her scoring.
We're good.
Okay, good. Do we know who, do we have an outright winner tonight?
Did you have more to the, do you want to wrap up that song?
Not at all. No, I think I made it very clear that I was done.
That was more of like a hodgepodge of what happened this
Absolutely.
week song.
Yeah, no, it really was. It was
I liked it.
It was a Stars on 45.
Okay. Keep on burning in your mind. Oh, sorry. I'm not going to do that to you. Yes. Kathy is the winner
Hey,
this week.
Kathy!
And you know what? It's good. It's a good thing because I have something to give you. I'm going to text you about it.
Wrong button. Very nice. Well, congratulations to Kathy. But of course, as we always do, we're going to play a runner-up round. Listen, my new fitness routine consists of 30 minutes of blank. My new fitness routine consists of 30 minutes of blank. That's Tchaikovsky. Peter and the Wolf, that's Peter's theme. And I loved that when I was a kid because my new fitness routine consists of 30 minutes of blank. It was really cool. All of the different characters had, they were represented by different instruments, like the duck was the clarinet. The bassoon was the goose represented. The hunters were represented by the kettle drums. Remember this?
Yeah, I do.
Or maybe the grandfather was represented by the bassoon. No. Yeah, I loved that. I was completely captured by that.
Scott's doing 30 minutes of resting.
30 minutes of resting. Fuzz says bong hits and freedom.
Resting's important. Yeah. I joined a gym. I joined Kathy's gym, and we don't go to the gym together because.
Yes,
we
tell
don't
us
live
about
in the
your
same
experience
city.
because I think it sounds really interesting.
We're supposed to lift heavy weights, so now Kathy and I both go to Planet Fitness.
So the more that they find out about the science of longevity and what is good for you, things like what we've known for years that lifting weights is very, very good for, obviously muscle density, but also things like bone density and things like that. But now they're finding out that it actually is really good for your brain health and the amount of sauce that I have ingested.
I just go and do 30 minutes of heavy weights a day. It's fine.
I think it's fabulous.
It's not my favorite thing, but whatever.
It's fun though. It seems like they're making it as fun as a gym could be.
Tim Becker. Hello.
Well, hello, Tim Becker.
Tim Becker loves Planet Fitness. Do you
How
go
do,
too?
my brother? How you doing, man?
Oh my God, I feel like every middle-aged person who's like, oh fuck, I should go to the gym, goes to Planet Fitness.
Gotta go to Planet Fitness. They make it easy. They apparently on the app, there's a little thing saying like how busy the gym is at that time, and then there are like little workout routines on the app. They pretty much seems like they have all the tech dialed in for you. They make it.
It's like here, check it. Like they cut out all the fluff. Right?
Yeah.
There's no expensive. Smoothie bar or anything like that. It's like, okay, check in on an app, go do your
get in
weights,
there,
and get out of here.
Yeah, and no judgment, and no roid heads, no juice heads hanging out. So that's nice.
Nobody going.
The Grunt Emporium. There was this one gym that I used to work out back in the 90s. There was this guy who came in with his girlfriend, and he had like headphones turned up to 1 billion, and it's just screaming out of his headphones, and like he's one of those guys who's doing every single exercise wrong and grunting really loudly, and his girlfriend is just standing there watching him. And I came to find out that all the people who worked at the gym refer to this guy as Showtime. Hey, Showtime's here.
Hey, Showtime.
And of course, and you can see this guy in your mind. This guy was, kind of barrel-chested, had, his arms and chest were pretty well developed. He had legs the size of toothpicks. Honestly, he skipped leg day consistently.
So he was an orange on a toothpick.
Basically, he skipped leg day consistently. Let's see, my new fitness routine consists of 30 minutes of scrolling TikTok and hearting fitness influencers videos while working out my arms by lifting chocolate balls one at a time. Isometric procrastination, says Christina. Being chafed while perusing the journalism fountain next door. Let's see. $92 million military birthday parade is my mom's workout routine. That's very nice. Let's see. Eating 1,800 Cheetos, 1 per second. I like that. Let's see. The oboe was the duck. Wait, are you sure the oboe was the duck? I thought the oboe was the clarinet. Maybe I'm misremembering. Let's see. Returning texts with telephone calls. I think you might be right. I think you actually might be right. No, but I got to look that up. Okay, so let's start voting. Who had the funniest response?
Wait, you didn't read all of them because...
did I miss one?
Because there's Kathy going, Tim, you will forever be the walking during COVID guy to me. That's funny.
Walking during COVID guy.
Yeah, because he walked all those he walked 1 million miles.
Oh, I totally forgot about that. Yes.
And then there's Christina going, yes, the most important thing for brain health is actually being in community. She used to teach classes on this.
Yes.
So that's what we do
Saturday
night.
Listen, we're going to live forever.
Thanks for coming.
Very, very healthy gray matter up here for all of us.
Keeping you alive right now.
Keeping you alive. Keeping you mentally sharp. All right. My mom says she's never absolutely sure of anything. Yeah. Girl, same. The older I get, the more I know
We're
nothing.
Fine.
Nothing. Bupkiss, big fat goose egg.
We're fine.
All right, so let's begin voting right now, shall we, on who had the funniest response to my new fitness routine consists of 30 minutes of blank. This is the part where y'all get to vote. We have been voting we like to run an egalitarian shop here, right? So on the round that really matters, you guys get to decide who has the funniest response. Tim, it's not too late to put in an answer. You could win. You could win this whole enchilada, my brother. It's been known to happen. People show up in the last few seconds, win the whole fucking thing.
I'll mail you a package of
We'll
Peeps.
mail you a package.
It could happen.
We'll do it. We will totally do it.
He said he virtually walked to California from New York.
That is crazy. You walked, what is that, 3,000 miles, 3,500 miles, something like that? That's insane, dude. Wow. Now, I know that certain people, including oh God, what was Al Hirschfeld was one of the people who walked every block of New York City. I think it was all 5 boroughs. He was a notorious walker, or maybe it was just Manhattan. But Al Hirschfeld, the guy who did the caricatures for Broadway and elsewhere, that is time. Who had the most up likes?
You know, no one ever votes on this.
Nobody ever fucking votes. I know. We might have tough to decide.
I'll just calculate. I'll just see if anyone voted.
Wee hoo hoo hoo.
Kiki coo.
Weedy boobity hoop hoop. 9:35. Boy, oh boy. We run a tight ship here,
we
kids.
do.
Tell you what.
We start out like we're gonna do an hour-long show.
Okay. Anyway. I mean, this one's just for the roses, kids. It doesn't ultimately matter, but you know, you'll have when Laura determines who the runner-up is.
Okay, you know what's funny?
What's that?
Kathy is also the runner-up.
Hey, okay, so Kathy is I think the first time in show history.
She says
we have a
scrolling
double
TikTok
winner.
and hearting the fitness influencers' videos while working out my arms by lifting my chocolate balls one at a time.
This is the first time we've ever had a double winner on the program
right.
here tonight. So congratulations doubly to Kathy.
Double win.
Honestly, Kathy is just she's spiking the ball
That's right.
at this point, showing y'all how it's done. Kids,
Kathy's stressed out, so she's being extra super funny
absolutely,
tonight.
yeah. She has channeled all of that stress into her funny bone, and we are the recipients. Kids, thank you so much. This has been absolutely delightful. I feel like there was one other thing that we were going to talk about.
I feel
before
better.
I feel much better. Oh, good. Do you feel better? You
Yes.
look gorgeous. You look fabulous.
You know what? I will
so
admit I
pretty.
had a bad day because someone sent me an ugly photo of
You
myself.
look so. Look at you right there. You look
I don't.
so pretty.
I did. Do you know? Why would you send somebody? It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. I know, but like she looks so gorgeous, and I know she's
so
not
nice
fishing,
of you.
But I
So
get
nice
it,
of you.
man.
I'm
A
just,
fucking
I
bad
was,
photo
I
could
was
ruin
sad
your
all
life.
day because
I
someone
know.
was like, "Thanks for coming to my party. Here's
I
a
get it.
hideous photo of you."
Exactly. Thank you for making a
What the
fucking
fuck?
trip in rush hour traffic to come to my fucking party. Here's a hideous photo of you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Happy birthday.
I made the effort to go to the party. Don't ruin my day by sending me a hideous photo of myself.
So David says, happy, hey, Charlie. Thank you, brother. Happy almost Cinco de Mayo, says David. And then, of course, happy May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. Kids, we will see you guys next week. I swear there was something else that I was going to discuss here on the show tonight. But honestly, if it comes up.
That man on the bus?
Maybe it was. I don't know. But if it comes up, I'll just drop it into the chats. And Charlie, I got to add you to that.
Sure.
Kids, you people are so awesome. Thank you for being such a wonderful part of our Saturday nights. I love you all. Any final words before we go?
No, I think we're good.
That's 9:37.
Charlie, you do need to come visit us again.
You
That's the truth.
clearly do. All right, kids. We will see you guys next time. Bye, 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 bye.